Hey, everyone, welcome to another episode of Whiskey Crusaders. Good to see everybody this evening. I know we're later as usual. I was working on stuff. It's been a lovely day so far. Lots of fun car things to deal with. Another freezer leaking and other good fun stuff. So hopefully, I know we're actually starting at the time I said I would start, which never happens. Obviously, you usually start at 9:30, but I did say we'd start at 10:45, so we are starting at 10:45. So at least it's something. And hopefully the little notifications and all that fun stuff work because you know how that stuff goes. Okie dokie then. Good for that. Good for that. So, like I said, dealing with car stuff, dealing with freezer. That the child decided to leave it open and it leaked everywhere. So woohoo on that. But is what it is. And then we think the recall for Stephanie's car doesn't look like they fixed it properly. So we got that problem going for us, which is obviously not good. So figure we once we get a few more people in here, we can talk about the upcoming events at the castle. Got one next week. We've got one a couple week a couple weeks, couple after week after that. We got lots of fun stuff coming up. But I figure rather than repeating myself multiple times, I know it's later and some of you guys will watch this tomorrow or whatnot. But it is what it is. So pouring some Tierra Noble, which of course is the people that'll be here next Tuesday. Next Tuesday will be actually our very first tequila event at the castle. So this is Tierra Noble. This is their beautiful thing here, of course, from Alaska, as most good tequila obviously is. So it's 7,200 feet above sea level. So it's really good, 100% blue agave, Weber agave made with that. So this is really good sipping tequila. Hey, Andy, good to see you there. So it was really supposed to be a Sunday, but unfortunately it's now a Tuesday, which such is life. So on Tuesday, April 29th, we'll have it when because their ambassador who's coming, I guess he had to change his schedule. So May the 4th would have been better since it would be the day before Cinco de Mayo, but it is what it is. But we are going to have good food from Los Amigos and Grapevine. If you've ever had them, it's really, really good Mexican food. And so I'm looking forward to that, of course, with good tequila, which is nice. We'll have 6 different tequilas plus a welcome cocktail, which is always nice. They have, of course, they have a Blanco, they have a Reposado, they have a Anejo, an extra Anejo, a Cristalino, and a Cristalino Quattro. So fun different things from them. They're all good. So of course this is another Miza event, which is obviously great. Yes, hoping to come down for Coloma. Yes, Coloma should be really awesome. Because Dr. Don will be here on May 10th for JP Wisers and Lot 40. Of course, that's also Goodheimer Wharfs and Pikes Creek. I think we're just going to focus on JP. The great thing about this one is last year the 42 would come out, but we didn't really get to give it out, unfortunately, at the event. This year, the 42 year is going to get featured, which is awesome. So everyone gets to try the 42 year. Also, Dr. Don's going to bring some either experiments or other Canadian only products. He'll bring another couple of really cool things that I don't know what they are. They'll be surprises. And Dr. Don says it's going to be a good surprise. We know it's a good surprise. And so tickets for that will go on sale for the next day or two for Dr. Don. Coloman, of course, their Golden Ambassador. Emma will be here. Mikari, which is fantastic. So, as you know, we are figuring out the expressions for Coloman. Let me tell you what I've got. So, I know we have, of course, the Core 4 and Caitlin, which is, of course, works for Impacts with our good friends. If you guys don't know Caitlin, she's amazing. We were talking the other night trying to figure out which ones we want to do. There's the one thing about Coloman is they have so many freaking different expressions. So it's trying to find ones we can do that there's not 2 available. There's ones you guys can actually try and get. So let me get the thing from Caitlin real quick. Let's see. So I know we're talking about doing Machier Bay, Sanair Castrate, Lot Grom, and then the other ones we're looking at probably doing is possibly one of the 100% Islas, maybe the 12th edition. We'll see. Maybe one of the small batch STRs, the Pheno Cask, and probably one other one. There's so many freaking available, though, and obviously we can't do that freaking many because A, it'd be expensive, but B, There's just so freaking many, and I don't know what food we're doing yet. I'm gonna get with Caitlin and figure that out. Either way, I'm sure it'll be good. Whatever it is, it's Coloma, and it doesn't matter. It's amazing, so it should be good. Now, like I said, I know we're gonna pick one other one. There's several different other ones available. I just don't know which one we're gonna pick, but something else. So it'll be something fun. So there'll be lots of good stuff there. So I'm excited because some of those I haven't. In fact, a few I've never had. So I think that's pretty exciting. And like I said, we want to get stuff that you guys can actually buy afterward, not be like, oh well, there's three. That doesn't do you guys a whole hell of a lot of good if anyone's liking it. We're trying to pick stuff that actually has availability in Texas for you guys to go out and get. I know mostly these are specs products, obviously, but like just to get you guys an idea of what ridiculous lists we're trying to narrow this down from. Like this is the ones we were going through, like the 100% Isla 12th edition, 13th edition, small batch Sauterne, small batch port, small batch cast strength, mezcal cast, pheno cast, PX specs collaboration in Moncure Bay, specs 10-year bourbon cast. Then it's like, oh, then there's let's see what else. We had the Madeira cask, the Mezcal, the Fino, 16-year, the Collaboration, a Specs 13-year bourbon, Impex 10-year Marsala, Impex 8-year STR, a BIB 9. So it's crazy stuff. So we shall see. So, but it should be fun. So like I think it's going to be, like I said, most likely they're going to be 8 of them, and it should be a blast and all that good stuff. Let's see here. Contact us. Let's see. No, that's not helpful. No one cares about that. Anyway, I've not had the Mezcal one. It's going to be May 18th. It is a Sunday evening, but Emma's here one day, so we're getting the event. So awesome for us. So I'm excited about it. It's a Sunday night, but I said yes because it's Coloman, and that's been my list of places to have visit us since we started. So we're trying to check. Obviously, my goal is to check off all of Isla at some point to have their global ambassadors visit us, and probably every island we can get a hold of. So that's the other good news. But yeah, that will be a phenomenal one. But yeah, I don't know if the Mezcal probably won't be there, but if anybody, I do want to see and try that one because I've never had the Mezcal version. So we can at least maybe get one, and if we can even just have it as a sample to try, it'll be cool. But I don't think that'll be an official one. I just don't think there's enough available of Mezcal for people to buy. But I'll see what Caitlin says, but I'm not sure on that one. But either way, it'll be really, really good stuff. So I'm excited about it. Oh, your fiance, nice. Very cool. Well, if we don't end up having, if you wouldn't mind bringing me a small sample of that just so I could try it, that'd be great. I mean, anyone who's been to the castle knows that we might have just a few different Colomans. I think we probably have around 20 of them. The crazy part about Coloman is the fact that there's like 40. So, it's like, and of course, there's all these like one-off special editions that they make like 2,000 bottles of. And obviously, I don't expect to get, how this is why. But we do have some of those, of course, at the castle for people to try. It's just not one that we plan to do for the event because we want stuff people can find. So, or especially if you do come from out of state, so which is awesome. Obviously, we appreciate that. It will be a really, really good time. But I am very excited about that. So, I have meetings this week with William Grant's luxury portfolio, and I know we're having a meeting with Of course, that's Balvenie, can Envy, Glenfiddich, and several other things. But then I have a meeting with the North American brand ambassador for Balvenie to set some stuff up later this year. So that's going to be really fun. I know Garrison Brothers. I got a meeting with them, so we'll do an event with Garrison Brothers. So we got a lot of cool stuff, a lot of really great contacts that come lately. So we'll be setting some more stuff up with you guys. And like I said, we're trying to get JJ Corey, going to get that figured out. We've just got tons and tons of stuff in the pipeline. As you guys know, if you guys get a chance to check out the contract distilling episode we had the other day with Pete Varger, go back and check that out with Southern Distilling. Great episode. And every time I think I open those bottles, they just get better and better as they get more air. So I'm excited about that. So I love how, man, they're offering their offerings have gone stupid. Yeah, and I'm hoping that that's true, Andy, because it used to. And of course, when I bought all my Balvenies, they were way cheaper. So hopefully that changes in the next year or two. Or I suggest you buy them online from overseas. That might also be a good choice for them. But we'll see what they have to say about it when I meet with them. So, but either way, should be a good time no matter what. It's Balvenie. It won't suck. That's for damn sure. It'll be a great time. And I mean, that's one of my definitely certainly one of my favorite space sides. Definitely, I mean, it's one of the probably first few scotches I bought years and years ago would be the Balvenie 12, the double wood. I mean, it's good. Thankfully I've had the very kind friends have gotten me try all sorts of cool stuff that are duty frees and other random ones or old ones, and just I've gotten to try some really cool Balvenies over the year because thankfully people are just as much nerdy about Balvenie as I am, which is really great. So I've been lucky enough to try the different of the tunes and all those. Those are fun, or tons, whatever the heck you pronounce them. Don't know which one is, nor do I care. I just know they're great, and that's what matters. You gotta be kidding me. Balvenie, yeah, these used to be a set. That's twice the price. When I was buying the Balvenie 14-year Caribbean cast, yeah, it was like $70. It's up to 140. I used to really like the 15-year single barrel sherry cast. You can for like $90. It's a great price. Now, yeah, they're crazy expensive now. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think the last time I even saw one. It's gotten really expensive. Unfortunately, and the Portwood has gotten the 21 used to be like under 200, and now it's nuts. 3, 4, something still some silliness. But I think with the drop, I think we're going to see prices come back down to earth, which is a good thing. Kind of like I think was Ardbeg had finally been their crap back down. So I realize they're not remotely owned by the same company, but I think obviously in the same industry, and I do believe prices have to come back down because people just aren't going to buy them otherwise. There's too many other good things out there, especially with these new younger ones that are out there and they're at reasonable prices. I just don't think people are going to keep up with that because why? When you can have a different choice that's at a reasonable price. So, it is what it is on that. But it'll be fun either way, like I said. So Virginia Stilling's coming October 3rd. I realize that's way down the road, but it's on the calendar. So thankfully Amanda lined that up with us like in January or something. So, which is awesome that we can do when that's all. I'll buy a transparent young scotch for more than a legacy. Yeah, and that's true, and I think that's it. I think a lot of people are just kind of done with that whole. Well, I don't really know what the hell this is, and whatever. Whereas where you get these new scotches, they'll tell you. No, they tell you exactly. They'll tell you where the hell bourbon came from. And they'll tell you it was kind of cool. Like Ala Harris said, if you get this percentage of Heaven Hill, this percentage of Buffalo Trace, or this percentage of Jack Daniels, depending on the distillery. And a lot of these young, they'll tell you exactly, and they'll tell you the different profiles, what it does to their scotch, which is really cool. They know that, depending where it's, whether if it takes this many with Jim Beam or this many of Wild Turkey makes this profile. So it's really cool that they've gotten to that nerdy amazingness, which I really appreciate. Like Ballykeefe, they use all Heaven Hill because that was the best stuff with Ballykeefe's distillate. So that's cool, and then that's awesome. They're willing to tell us that. So it's just it is always fun, but yeah, it's been a very very busy weekend. Obviously, with being Easter, and we taught a class on Saturday night, which was good. Had some friends in town Friday night, got to hang out with family in town to hang out with. So, needless to say, it's been extremely. Like I said, and then today, when Stephanie went to work, unfortunately, her car started having the burning smell again. She said a poof of smoke came out, which is not great. So we took it to the dealership. We did not take it back to the original one that fixed the recall, supposedly, because if they fix it, it shouldn't have done this again. So we took it to a different dealership. So we're hoping to hear something by the end of the week that they can fix it properly this time, which would be great since it's a recall on Hyundai's part. But it is what it is. So one of the best hours I ever had was a Whiskey Exchange 20-year plus Jack Daniels. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's cool. And then the fact that they told that was Jack Daniels is cool. Excuse me. No, I did get to try. It was cool. We had a really amazing get together on Friday of just pretty much every ridiculous, stupid thing you could think of was on the table. So it was fun. I might post some Patreon stuff only for those. But yeah, you had some cool stuff in there. Like obviously King Kentucky was in there, which is amazing. I tried the new Jack Daniels 14 for the first time. If you do find one, it's really freaking good. It's worth picking up the Jack Daniels 14. We did actually the whole line. We did the 10, the 12, and the 14. So that was nice. But yeah, somebody brought the 14. I had the 10, and another person had the 12. So worked out great that we had all three. So it's always fun. Of course, did some Jack Daniel Rise, did several B-Tex, did some Pappy, did several amazing scotches. I mean, we had a blast. I mean, I don't know how many balls on the table, but at the end of the night, I'm sure there were 150 balls on the table at least. It was some absurdity like that. And like I said, every one of them was top shelf, extreme ridiculousness. So it was a great time though. Really, really enjoyed it. And people that got to come, really appreciate that came. It was awesome. We had a great time though. So that's that. So that's what we've been up to. So it's been and of course, my mother's 70th birthday on Saturday. So happy birthday to my mom. It was great. We had some people I hadn't seen in a long time there and family in town. So it was a good time with that. So really great to do that. And then we had, of course, Easter. So happy Easter. Hopefully everyone had a great Easter yesterday. That was fun. Always is. And, did that. And then, like I said, today, and all it's fun. And first thing came home that one of the kids left the freezer open. So it had water leaked everywhere. That was really great. Oh, your grandparents' 7th anniversary. Well, happy anniversary to them. That, obviously, it'd be cool if they always were together, still here. But it's unfortunate that's the case. But one of them or both have passed since. Grandpa's passed. Well, still either way, it's still pretty awesome if it's been 75 years. The fact that he's still around is pretty great too. So that's fantastic. Yeah, I guess my grandparents would have been that. I guess last year it would have been 75. But grandmother's still here. She's 97. We saw her on Saturday. Still hanging out. Still totally with it. She has a walker, but I mean, she still lives alone by herself, and so which is cool. I mean, she doesn't drive anymore because she had to give that up, and that's a good thing. But she still lives alone, so that's awesome. And she's still can beat all of us at every card game you can think of. Doesn't really matter what the game is. She's going to win, and it's a good time with her, no matter what. So, and one of my favorite things about her still is the fact that she says every day at about 2:30 a.m. she likes to get up and have a drink. So I think that's pretty fantastic. She's like, why shouldn't I? I'm 97 years old. I can have a drink whatever the hell I want. At 2:30 a.m., I like to have an adult beverage. Whatever works for you. I personally find that hilarious because I guess my aunt will see her on camera and they just watch her. Like I said, she's 97. They're like, "What are you doing?" They ask her, and she's like, "I have a drink every day at that time. I just happen to wake up because she goes to bed at like 9, and she's like, wake up about 2:30, hang out, have a drink for about an hour, and go back to bed." Like that seems pretty great. So and yeah, sorry there was no stream on Monday, but I was finishing the taxes, kind of important, so I had to get those done. So it is what it is on that. But we'll have some more centric things, but it's been so freaking slammed busy lately. Hey Ben, Demon Hunter. But yeah, obviously anybody that wants, needs anything, obviously can text me or message me on any of the social medias. Of course, we're on freaking every social media at this point. We are on, of course, YouTube. Obviously, we're on Instagram, Facebook, Nextdoor. We're on X. We are on LinkedIn. So yeah, there's something. 65 good years together. That's not too bad. I would say that's pretty great. 65 years. Oh, speaking of X, on Wednesday night, probably about 6:30, something like that. Gonna be doing a stream with our buddy Tim over at Tim Runs His Mouth over on X. Should be a great time. Obviously, that'll be always awesome hanging out with Tim. He's a good dude and very entertaining. If you guys are into political stuff and whiskey, that is definitely one of the guys to go listen to. He's also a comedian. He's absolutely hysterical and brilliant as far as he's a fellow of the Heritage Foundation and stuff like that. So you're going to get somebody who's really smart, have a great stream, and, he might know just a little bit about whiskey. There's some things I can't tell you that are absolutely hysterical whenever he can announce it about things that he's working on in the whiskey world, which just tickle me pink. But I'm not allowed to say anything about it yet. So, but it'll be cool when he gets to announce it. It's very entertaining. But yeah, if you're not watching over on X, but like I said, it'll be over on X. So at some point, I know we'll probably start streaming over to X. Probably actually start stuff over to Rumble as well, because Rumble's starting to actually have better numbers for live, which is pretty cool and wild. That now they're beating YouTube numbers, which is interesting. So we'll see on all that stuff, of course. I don't know when that'll happen, but at some point, I'm sure we'll do Rumble stuff as well, because why not? Spread it out as far as wide as we can to get as many people as we can to not only watch the show, but also obviously come to the castle and take a class, come to a master class, have a great time, and all that good fun stuff. So, but it's good. Let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing anything else here. Okay, check that out. Oh, do want to congratulate our buddy Benjamin Eves that he is now the head distiller at Old Carter. So congratulations to him. If you guys haven't heard that news, that's pretty freaking phenomenal. What a great, I mean, he's a really cool dude to begin with. I just think that's amazing. He went from a little YouTuber to now there's a head distiller of Old Carter. So congratulations to him. I think that's just awesome. So that's great. Let's talk about some whiskey news. Man, there's been some sad news in the whiskey league, guys. I haven't seen Westward has declared bankruptcy out there in Oregon. That sucks. I mean, maybe they come back, maybe they don't. I don't know. They declared bankruptcy. Boston Harbor Distillery declared bankruptcy last week. So I think those are two big ones declared bankruptcy last week. What's this big beer company that also declared? Who the hell was that? I think it was another large one of the larger microbreweries, which is a shame. So yeah, and obviously I think we all knew this was coming, that we're going to start losing distilleries and losing breweries and wineries. I mean, part of it is there's also too many damn products. Let's be honest with you. There are way too many damn products. A lot of them really are subpar and don't belong on the shelf. But when you had the robust years, you had room for it. Now we're going to have some consolidation, which I think in reality is probably a good thing. Also, things to bring prices back down to reality, because if people aren't buying your stuff, it's going to be kind of hard. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, Diageo, of course, is not doing well. They pulled back on their stuff, unfortunately, and so you're seeing that on their craft side of stuff. Good news is doesn't affect Balcones, because Balcones is amazing and their stuff is flying off the shelf to begin with. So very happy I was with that. So I've been a healthcare aide for 2.5 years. It's been a funny time. A sweet couple were talking about how they've gotten rid of our 60th anniversary. Like the 60th was a nuisance. That's pretty funny. That is really funny, Ben. That's very amusing. But hey, maybe 60 was Alamo. That's who it was. It was Alamo. Yeah, it's just crazy to see what's going on. But even in Grapevine, I know if you guys are local, I mean, we've had some big changes even in Grapevine on the winery scene. I mean, from the time I started going down to the wineries. I mean, gosh, been going down there now for crap over 20 years now. Yeah, right. Benny's coming to this head distiller. It's freaking awesome. So yeah, hopefully we can get Ben to come on the show and talk about Old Carter. So I will definitely be reaching out to him soon to have him come on and talk about that. So that'll be very, very cool. So I am very excited for him. I think it's really freaking awesome for him. But yeah, like I said in Grapevine, I mean, when I first started going down there, I think there's two wineries left from when I started going down of the original 8. Yeah, that's closed, that's closed. And then now, granted, we've opened some new ones since, and there's some that are newer, but have still around for a while now. Like obviously our favorite one is Wine Fusion. Our good buddy Nick owns that one. It's a fabulous winery for our DFW. Not only is it a fabulous winery, the food is phenomenal. The bar, he's got a great bar. He's got a lot of cool allocated stuff. You want a good bourbon, good scotch. He's got it. Also the bar manager Alexis is amazing. She can make you any freaking cocktail you can think of. It's one of the bars I actually go to for cocktails. Not only do I like their whiskey selection, I actually like the cocktails she makes me are awesome. So I always love to go in there and say, what kind of cool thing have you come up with lately? So my favorite, of course, is the Man of War, which I love with the peated scotch, lemon juice, and vermouth. It's fabulous and just it's so freaking good. But yeah, you want a really peaty scotch to put up with the vermouth and the lemon. Otherwise, I've tried it with a lighter scotch like Glenfiddich. It just didn't quite hold up. So I usually do it like Springbank 15, but unfortunately, they can't get a hold of Springbank 15 anymore. As we know, it's kind of a pain to get in general. So did it with Highland Park 12 was pretty good with that. Lagavulin 16 was really good with it. So that's the ones I know that we've tried that he's had. So listening to round one, game one of the Senegal Plus between Edmonton Oilers and the LA Kings. Second period ended with the Kings up 4-1. So here, I bet you are. Well, Ben, we know you were hating life after last year's Stanley Cup Finals at the end. So I feel you. So yeah, considering the fact that the no Canadian team has won since the Canadians in '93, it is what it is, though, right? So, and I guess I'm sure you're probably not thrilled about Gretzky's what do you want to call it? Gretzky's most goals ever record being broken. Yeah, Westland's still okay. Westland is fine. Thank God Westland's okay. Which, my personal preference, I like Westland better. Westward, it was a beer company first. Westward is too beery. Like, it is good whiskey, don't get me wrong. But they always have that beer backbone, I always say. Whereas Westland has always just been a single malt, and it's just great single malt. That's, of course, owned by Remy Cointreau. And thank God they're fine. Yeah, Game 7 was definitely a barn burner of a game. There's no doubt, man. I mean, it was a great series. I mean, you can't complain as far as if you liked it a great series, it was a great series. Of course, the New York Rangers failed me as usual because that's what they like to do. Oh, yeah, of course it was bound to happen. I mean, but I guess, hell, I mean, you look at now, I think there's certain records that are never going to be broken, like in baseball. Like, I don't think anyone's ever going to have more strikeouts than Nolan Ryan because pitchers don't pitch long enough today. They just don't. You're going to get more than 5,714. They're also never going to probably not. Oh, Ben, this is what we're having next Tuesday. Tierra Noble. This is tequila. This is the Reposado. It's really good sipping tequila. I like it. This is not your college tequila. This is good stuff. So yeah, thoroughly enjoying this. And yeah, this is not something I would otherwise be drinking, but I thoroughly enjoy, and it's all super reasonably priced too. So that's the other great stuff about this. And of course, our buddy Noctis. If you guys are in there and need a great liquor store to go check out, go see our buddy Andy over at Noctis Liquor, the corner there of 26 and where it's Harwood. And I'm sorry, Norwood and 26. So it's a good time. So an interesting fact of the 2020 playoffs, the first in history where the Bruins, Rangers, fan all missed the playoffs. Really? That's crazy. Huh. That's weird. They all missed the playoffs. What a weird, like, random stat. Huh. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Who knows? But I guess we'll all give a crap in June when the Stanley Cup happens, right? So we shall see. Let's see here. I do need to try more tequila. Yeah, like good tequila, and that's the thing is, of course, once again, I can credit my buddy Chris Servino, who's an expert, I think, on all spirits. Doesn't really matter what the spirit is. And actually, one of his certifications actually isn't tequila. Not that made a difference to me. But yeah, I've tried some really great tequilas and mezcal with Chris because he just finds cool stuff. Oh, speaking of that, we had to try some really good Clarinet Haitian rum he found for us the other day. He drove down to Houston to pick it up. It was really good, like really, really good. If you like funk, it is good. I can't remember the name of it. I took a picture. Hold on one second. I can tell you guys what it was. It was. Let's see. What was it stuff called? Oh, here it is called Papaline Haitian 4-year-old only pot still original vatted rum. It is a blend of 5 Haitian rums, completely aged at the Distillerie de Port-au-Prince. at 53.1%, bottled in September 2022. Yeah, it's fabulous stuff, though. If you're into funky rums, that is definitely a good one to get. Yeah, and I've gotten to that point of, and I think this is just in general. I think if you're a peat head, I think you eventually go to the extremes of all spirits. So that's why I end up thinking liking mezcals that are the smokier the better. That's why you end up liking weird Clarin, rums. Or you go to like bison grass vodkas and just the weirder the better as far as most of I think are just concerned. I'm like, whatever weird crap you can get a hold of, yes, I will happily try it because it's fun. It's just like liqueurs. I mean, what kind of weird liqueur can you get a hold of? I mean, we always try to find weird crap that people bring us. I mean, which is awesome, and I appreciate it. So I've only had 3 tequilas. Number 2 and 3 were Hedera, and I like both. They're ultra and they're barrel aged tequila. That was the two kind of the ultra sweet at 95. Okay, yeah. I actually don't own a bottle of Hedera at all. It's good stuff though. I do like the tequila. I just don't have one. Now, being obviously a whiskey nerd, only have so much room for other spirits. Now, don't get me wrong, we have a tremendous amount of the spirits. I mean, if you go to other spirits besides whiskey, I mean, we're like at 1,000, something like that. So between different things, I've not tried in the two stack liqueurs. I've tried the two stacks whiskeys, but not the liqueurs. I know Stacy said they were really good. I just have not had a chance to try one, nor I don't think I've ever seen one. Doesn't mean they probably are here, but also to be honest, I almost never go to a liquor store anymore because I don't really have a reason to go to a liquor store, so I just don't. Says, oh, hey, Jason, good to see you there. Drummers got their hands in a barrel of rum alcohol made in Awaka by a tiny mezcal distillery. And they got bored and decided to age zeros and expert barrels so the weird got weird, but weird. Oh, Jason, that sounds awesome. Well, maybe next time I see you, I can get a try a little bit of that. That'd be awesome. That sounds fantastic. I'm all in for that kind of crap. That sounds great. Yeah, like I said, any weird crap we can get a hold of, answers yes, please. Always. Doesn't matter what it is. Yeah, I heard the Irish cream liqueur is really good. But I heard apparently, like Stacey was saying, that's better than Bailey's. Not that that's all that horribly difficult to do. I mean, Bailey's is good. Don't get me wrong. What I've had other Irish ones I definitely like better. So, but it's just like, I think one of the best cream liqueurs really and truly is the Andean cream liqueur from Peru is one of the best ever. Yeah, I need to talk to Michael and see if he can. I know he comes to the States sometimes. See if Michael Carlo can come up here and do a class. Because, dude, that dude's amazing. If you guys go back and watch this, it was like 3 years ago now. But that dude's awesome. I'd love to have him come to the castle. He's a really cool guy. But yeah, there's lots of cool stuff on that coming up. Yeah, we're definitely booking more private stuff, booking some more, corporate events and all that good stuff, birthday parties. It's good. I think that May and June should be very good months for us, which is good. So, also work is busy on that side of things, which is good because we're about to start our close on Wednesday, and then my insanity starts for about 2 weeks. It's is what it is. It's all good. We appreciate it. It's fun. I'm definitely not bored. I'm damn sure tell you that. Let's see. What's all I got here? Ooh, that's good stuff. I don't want to do that retro tequila, though. Yeah, I'll wait on these because, yeah, definitely going to wait on that. I have almost no interest in Bailey's. Give me the craft cream liqueur ranges for any state, province, country I want to explore. Yeah, I mean, basically, as long as it's not like some shitty low end made with grapes and then put alcohol into it, made into a cream. I think it was one of the Total Wine brands. I think it was like Sheilan's. Oh god, it was gross. It was not good. But a lot of them, what they do is they take some shitty name, lower the alcohol content on it. It's just not good, and it's really a shame. Yeah, that's what we got to talk to. I know Montrose is at some point going to come out too, but of course Illicus because it's good. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the one I forgot to tell you. Western Sun. Western Sun is going to, of course, be here on June 7th, and that should be a great class, too. So we got a lot of really cool stuff coming up. I think we're booked. Still trying to get Real Spirits, get that figured out with them. Hopefully have an answer next day or two. with them to give you guys a date on that, which would be great. And then we'll figure out the rest of the Texas distilleries. Obviously, there's a lot of them at this point, and it doesn't have to be a Texas distillery. That, like I said, Western Suns they do have whiskey but it's mostly going to be a vodka and gin class. But it's really good vodka and a really good gin, and they're good buddies of ours, and they're about an hour north of here. So excited to have them come teach a class. And then, in fact, the guy who's teaching the class has been a really good friend of mine. Probably the very first person I actually know that's industry within the industry, really in it, and just I've known him now for a long time and talked to him on a regular basis. He's just a super good dude. So excited to have him teach the class. But yeah, Adam is amazing. He comes to some of our events too. Anybody in the industry that isn't tech, everybody knows Adam. Adam's an awesome guy. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Supposed to go to some event at Ron's. Yeah, if you guys haven't been to Ron's Tavern, which is where our friend Nancy Martin, she is the manager up there. She's been there for years. She's amazing. I was down with me and Tim. We did our worst whiskeys over there, and Tim runs his mouth. Yeah, she's fabulous though. But I know they're doing a Balcones one over there. I think the first Monday, I want to say something, maybe Monday or second Monday. I have to look up when it is, something like that. But I know that they're doing something. I'll let you guys know as we get closer in May. Allison, who did the Balcones event for us, is doing it. So I have to see if that conflicts with anything else for my own schedule. But otherwise, I'll probably go to that because it'll be fun. Because first of all, it's Balcones and it's at Ron's, so it's going to be a good time. And they always have really great prices and great liquor. Lots of great whiskey. It's a whiskey bar that actually knows things about whiskey. It's shocking. Whereas there's so many of the bars, we have whiskey, we just don't know anything about it. So, it is like that. It's kind of like you go to Whiskey Cake and try to ask them anything. Yes, there's some people there that obviously do know things at Whiskey Cake, but there's a lot of them that why do you work here? You don't know anything, which is super frustrating as the consumer. If you personally are just trying to get into it and just want to know some things about it, that sucks. So it is what it is. So we shall see. But that's that. Let's see here. What else do we got going on? Yeah, I don't think we got a chance to talk about Ballykeefe yet. Ballykeefe event was amazing. That was went off really well. John was awesome, who of course is one of the founders of the brand. It's really great. Irish whiskey, vodka, and gin. Ever get a chance to ever see it, buy it on the spot. It's great stuff. You will not be sorry. I don't think anybody not walk away that didn't love it. So that was cool. People that oh, I hate gin. I'm like, just try it. They're like, oh, or I hate vodka. They're like, oh, these are actually good. I'm like, I told you there's a reason these were my gin and vodkas of the year. And my Irish whiskey of the year for a good reason. Because it's really good stuff. And so I was very excited and happy to have them in. And we'll be big fans and talk about Ballykeefe anytime we get a chance to, because they're just great people as well. And at some time, I do hope sometime, maybe in the next 10 years, get a chance to go over to Ballykeefe and visit them. They're just amazing people. So, yeah, there's not enough good things I could say about this. So being the true, family-owned, actual, real, everything that grows into their bottles is grown on their farm, which I think is freaking awesome. So they're just really great people over there. So, and it's been really cool to meet these really awesome family brands. Of course, obviously we do small little ones, we do massive conglomerates that make amazing products too, like Highland Park, that we absolutely love in the door. But are lucky enough to get people like Martin to come over and teach the class for a master class in Highland Park. So, and he's one of the best storytellers in the world. So you can't really go wrong with things like that either. So we've been very lucky to get to hang out with some really amazing people. And that will continue to happen. And get to meet, of course, like I said, Dr. Don's one of my favorite all-time people in the world as far as in the whiskey world goes. He, of course, just won best blender in the world there for World Whiskey Awards. You can go check out the article about that. Yeah, he's just amazing. And one of the most down-to-earth, humble dudes you've ever met that knows anything and everything you could possibly think of in whiskey. That dude knows it. Like, I've yet to meet someone that's better than him at whiskey. I mean, and not like I said, I've met some pretty amazing, talented people over the years. That dude is just awesome, and you just really couldn't ask for a nicer guy that is happy to spend time with you and geek out at the most ridiculous nerdy levels you can think of. And if you want to talk like the Lingen or the chemical compound level, he is happy to do it and have a good time with it. So if you ever get a chance to go to any of his classes, get to visit his distillery there at Hiram Walker, go check him out. He's just fabulous. So probably go over about another 5 minutes here, and then I'm gonna get off because I have other things to do. And it's gonna be a long week, very long week, but it is what it is. Oh, we do want to say congratulations to us. I think do want to say congratulations to our buddy Pete. Of course, you guys know him. He's been on there. We, of course, gave the Whiskey Vault all those horrible whiskeys over the years. Was absolutely hysterical. So he's now a grandfather. His daughter just had his first grand kiddo last Monday. So congratulations, Pete, to being a grandfather now. So that's pretty awesome. So that'll be cool. So it's always nice to see those things going on in the world. So we're doing that. And I don't know if anybody else has any other questions. Otherwise, probably get off here in a minute. Find one whiskey to probably finish the night out with. Like I said, we got lots of people on the page. Donner Pass, good to see you there. I know we've got obviously many other folks in the pipeline. I know for sure Neil Gallardo is definitely coming for 3-chord later this year. I don't have a date yet, but he's definitely coming. And then another one I can announce that I don't have a date still, but I know for sure is coming. We were talking about the other day off stream. Pete Varger is going to come, but also that's going to be with Ian and probably Paul as well from Brothers Bond to talk about Brothers Bond, Southern Distilling, regenerative farming, and it's going to be super fucking nerdy awesomeness. So, and Ian's one of the nicest dudes ever. Like, yes, he's a celebrity, but he's also super incredibly knowledgeable about whiskey and will nerd out like the rest of us. He is our type of nerdy guy, and he is a blast. Ooh, a Springbank 10, 18, 11, 21 bond. Very nice. That should be good, Donner Pass. That should be very good. Looking for that. Going to get the stream scheduled with the guys over at 15 Stars. Have those guys on again soon. So I'm going to get that probably scheduled next week or two to have them on. Talk about they've got a couple new products I want to talk about with them. So that should be a blast. And I need to get the regenerative farming Brothers Bond bottle. I got to ask them to get this. They're supposed to send me that too, so we can talk about that too. So, yeah, so lots of cool stuff's going on. So I'm excited. It's like I said, going at breakneck speed, but it's good. Yes. How's it going, Burbank? Good to see you there, bud. As always, had my mom's best friend here from Long Island over the weekend. It's always great to have our Long Island people here. So she was here hanging out for my mom's 70th birthday party. So we'll say hello to you, as always. Let's get to my first and only Spring 10 in April. It was May. Oh, yeah. We did try. Was it the new one? I think it was a 2024 Spring 10 on Friday. It was really good. Because you're having her friend. I guess so, since I've known her my entire life as my mother's best friend. So I've known her the entire life of my existence. I've been to her house many times. Growing up as a kid, we went to Long Island. I usually spent a week there in the summer. So, yeah, I think it's all right. And she comes down here usually once a year to hang out with us. So pretty sure it's cool. Yes, I hope so, Donner Pass. Hopefully you had a great Easter yourself. I know we did. So, and hopefully in Ben's case, hopefully we had a good Passover. Learned a lot about wine from her. I can tell you that. She's not really a whiskey person, but she knows a lot about wine and really good wine. So I do appreciate that. I've learned lots of cool stuff about her, like Old Spolianos, Genoveses, and there's some of the things we drink because of her. Now, granted, this has been years ago at this point, but it's always fun to listen to, of course, when most of us get into wine, we drink sweet whites, generally speaking, Moscatos. I still like those, but also really like, dry reds, which are good. Yes. Oh, you're funny. Don't worry. She's also been married for like, I don't know, 50 something years too. I mean, not quite 50, like, probably pretty close now. 45, something like that. So, and of course, we grew up with her kids, and then they're our age, and they have their own children as well. They are fun people to hang out with. So it's all good. But yes, it is good. Good, good, good. Hopefully you found some good bottles lately, Bourbon, in your hunts around the island or other fun places you're traveling to. Hopefully, I know I haven't been around a whole lot, of course, on Discord or anywhere else in general, because like I said, so freaking busy. So at some point, like I said, I'd like to get back to reviews. I just don't know when that's going to be. Just too freaking busy. But you never know. Yeah. Oh, what it is? What did it say? I saw an your joke. A Pillsbury Doughboy says he has risen. Then there was an unleavened bread for Jews that said no, he hasn't. This visual was funny. Okay. Oh, that's too funny. Whatever works. But that is funny though. Yeah, it's funny. My kids decorated hard-boiled eggs for the first time yesterday. They'd never done that before. My mom got this cool thing. It spins, and you put the dye marker on it. And so I made these really cool things. And so today I had them. Hey, let's eat the eggs. They're like, "Yeah, eat the hard-boiled eggs." I'm like, I'm not gonna like them. Like, I think you'll like it. So I show them how to peel it. Which is funny at this point in time. We're showing them how to peel hard-boiled eggs, and they ended up liking it, which is cool. So I just don't know the hell they've had them before, but they seem to have forgotten. But I just think it was funny. But whatever works. But of course, with the egg shortage right now, I guess now things with prices are coming back down. Thank God on eggs. They are out of control. When I saw them up to I think 10.99 at Kroger, I'm like, I ain't paying that. I guess we ain't eating eggs. I think the max for pay was about $5. But was still I thought that was too damn. I was buying in bulk at Walmart. But eggs are eggs. But thank God the price thing's back down to under 4. Thank God. Dude, out of control. I feel bad if you're like a bakery or something, or like IHOP or Waffle House. I mean, that would hurt bad. Then again, maybe Tiger Woods visited Waffle House. That hurts bad enough. He's never met a waitress there he doesn't like to bang because he's Tiger Woods, and that's where everybody meets their celebrity crush, Tiger Woods, and loses their you know supermodel hot wife. But whatever, it's cool if that does it for you. Yeah, that's true too. The chicken thing is also a real pain in the ass right now. The Awful House. Yes, great. Every heavily drunken person or heavily drinking goes to the Waffle House at 2 a.m. or later. Yeah, I'm sure that I can only imagine. It's kind of like that in Whataburger. I don't know what other states have Whataburger, but it's a big thing here in Texas. I was like, I know, like after our fraternity parties, we had a Whataburger that was about probably 3 miles from our fraternity house. It was the first restaurant from there. Man, at our parties, oh my god, we would fill that entire. This was a huge Whataburger. In fact, I've never seen one as big as that one anywhere else. And I guess it's must because it was a college town, but this place was enormous. It's probably the size of like a Chili's, rather than hey Joe, good to see you there. Appreciate the Freud Carchus. That was the favorites cask. Fantastic. We opened it up this weekend. It was amazing. So thanks again for that, and we will see you up in July for Dan's party. So that'll be good. But yeah, it was just funny because we'd fill this place just completely full of all the people from our parties and ourselves, obviously. Too. Oh yeah, Joe, it's so good. Yeah, Chris got a chance to try it too because we were hanging out with him with Liquor Hound. So he's like, yeah, he also thoroughly enjoyed it, so it was good. Because we were having that, we were having the Batch 3 Lefroy Cast Strength from 2011, also fantastic, by the way. If you guys have a chance to try it, do see one, get it. It says, think Waffle House, other breakfast place were adding egg surcharges since the price. I don't doubt it, Donner Pass. I'm sure that's probably true. They have more, do they, Joe? Hmm. I'll ask Chris if he needs one or wants one. I'll give him. I'll ask him about it, as he might. But I'll ask him tomorrow. See what he says. But yeah, the price in Oklahoma is so much better than it is in Texas. So because it's like $30 cheaper in Oklahoma. So which I appreciate, and it is totally worth every penny and then some. Like I think that's the one brand that has been consistently good and just been good and good for years and does not just screw you on price. Like Ardbeg just totally hosed us. Whereas Lefroy has been consistently about the same price for years with the cartridge, and it's delicious, which I greatly appreciate. And Joe, if you like, as an appreciation for finding that, happy to bring you some samples of the other cartridges for Dan's party. We could probably put together a little tasting of that of like the last 9 or 10 years of it. Could be fun. No Waffle House where I am, but love the idea of going there. They're very drunk. There you go. The shrink bottle. You mean the fact that they're 700 milliliters rather than 750 milliliters? A lot of them are going to that. And that's just simply to have one bottling for the world. Yeah, it's just because it's just easier. It's not just them. There's American companies doing the same thing. I know that Westland, all theirs are 700s now as well. Does Denny's work 10? Yeah, I'm okay with the 700s because we get a lot of cool new stuff. We weren't available to us in the States anymore. So I'm not really going to say I'm sad about it. I mean, yeah, you less fit more. But in all reality, I'd rather have way more awesome, cool stuff than the extra 50 mLs. That's just me. Now, that part does suck. And I do agree that they trick you and keep the same price. That part's not great. But if I had to give up, like I said, 50 mLs to get an awesome opportunity to try a bunch of other cool crap we weren't get before, it is what it is. Would I love them to drop the price since they took 50 mLs out? Yeah, absolutely. That'd be great. But unfortunately, they're not so cool like that. Yeah, it's kind of like let's take the fun size candy bar, which is basically just a mini at this point. It is barely bigger than a mini. It sucks. That part just displeases me, especially as a fat man. That you took the Snickers fun size is way smaller. So the 50 cent is coming with reduction. Ooh, dollar pass. That is not great. Getting reduced down from 43 to 40. That's not cool. That's definitely worse. Yeah, I don't care if I'm willing to give but to give up ABV, no. Now, if we went from 43 to 46 and we gave it 50 mLs, that's in the same price. That's a win. But I don't know how many people are doing that, unfortunately. I wish more would, obvious reasons. I do really thoroughly enjoy, obviously, not Joe Drew because it's amazing. But it would be great if there was more of them like that. But it is what it is, unfortunately. It's not like they ask our opinions. So we shall see. But hey, the other cool thing that we've noticed lately is the allocated like Buffalo Trace stuff. Not only is it showing up on a regular basis now, it's actually in large quantities and sitting for more than some of it for like several hours to days. So it's like, holy crap. So looks like they're finally catching up with some of that, which is good. So hopefully if you do, the only bad news I've noticed is the price has gone up on a lot of Buffalo Trace stuff. But personally, I think too much. But thank God I've got backups and backs to these things. So I'm not super real worried about it, but it is what it is. But, all right, go 5 more minutes, then I got to get off because I got things to do. Oh, yeah, Joe, exactly. They're tired of hoarding it. Yeah, just drink the damn things. That's what it's for. It's whiskey, which is meant for drinking, not for looking at. Yeah, that was the cool thing, like, about Friday night is here's all this whiskey, like I said, a lot of it was really high end, really good, hard to get stuff. We opened all of it. It was great. I mean, like I said, that's what it's for. I don't want to look at it. I want to freaking drink it. I want to try it. But the best part about it is the people you get to drink it with, have a great time with, the friends you make for life, and now you had a great story to go along with it. That's what it's really about. It's not about sitting and drinking alone. Not great. I mean, can be great, I guess, but probably obviously want to keep that in check. Um, well, I love you. But if you have get together, 8, 10 of your buddies, you have a great time. That's awesome. I heard about that 37. Oh yeah, Dan told you about that. Oh yeah, we had a 37-year Cameron Bridge on Friday, which Dan had to try on Sunday because he gave up drinking for Lent. So kudos to Dan for doing that. But yeah, so we drank the 37-year Cameron Bridge and a 33-year Invergordon on Sunday. Then we did Eagle Rare 17, Thomas Handy, George C. Stagg, Kentucky Owl Batch 9. What else did we do that day? We did a couple other things. Oh, of course, our buddy Feroze's amazing um, antique pick, which is if you need a really great pick, he has one. It's quite delicious. Yes, friends you make for life for sure. Oh yeah, like I said, I tell people it's funny. We had some of my new coworkers. They came to the Valley Keith event, so of course you guys know Pete that I've been friends with for years. That just had the grandkid. He was telling people, and like Feroz and Steven were there, and it was funny that they're like, "How'd you meet?" I'm like, "No liquor store aisle." It's like I met all my best friends in liquor store aisles. I don't know, and then we've been really great friends ever since, and we basically talk every single day, and it's just hilariously funny. Oh yeah, that part is a shame at Donner Pass. I do agree that Pulteney 12 and Knock 12, Highland Park 12, a few others get knocked down to 40. I do agree that part blows. Dan did get an old Pulteney 12, which we had on Sunday, the 40, it's a new edition. It's still pretty damn good. I mean, obviously we always would prefer it at 43, but excuse me, is this now? I just hope to dear God Lefroy stays at 43 because I know the rest of the world gets 40. We get 43 here for the 10-year. There you go. Best friend from church, the bar, and the liquor store. That's right, Joe. Those are definitely the places you want to find them. So yeah, no, it's good. It's been really pretty great about that, and then made some really amazing friends in the whiskey industry. Just that they're just great people that I've got a chance to be with and hang out on a regular basis. Yeah, that's a good point, Jason Coates. As long as the cast strength 10 exists, we'll be okay. Valid. That's fair. Oh, you get okay. You get the 40% of the plug up there too. Good. Glad to hear it, Ben. That's good thing that you're not getting screwed on that deal. But yeah, it's always good, and you can get through a lot of cool things with whiskey and do a lot of. I know, obviously, we do a lot of charitable stuff with whiskey as well. Let's see, staying high before I pass out. Sorry for not, dude. JD, that's all good, man. Sorry, new job. Oh, good. Congratulations on the new job. What are you doing now? Hopefully, more money. Obviously, I hope for yourself. Something new and exciting, more fun than what you were doing, which is always a plus. And then, like I said, hopefully at some point you get a chance to come up here and see us at some point. We'd love to have you at an event or come to a private class with us. We'd love to have you up here. So, be good times. Just finished a 10 cast strength Lefroy 10 batch 12 sugar Lefroy syrup. Nice. See what batches do I think I have batch 7 and batch 11. I think so. I got the castle right now. So I think that's really, to be honest, probably the only two I've ever seen that, or at least on a shelf to buy. I've tried other batches. That's just the only two I've ever bought. It's the ones I've ever seen. So you don't see them super often. Unfortunately, they are great. Can't wait to get the castle, but might be able to leave. Well, I mean, we could always build you a little cot in the corner, right? We do try to make everyone's whiskey dreams come true. and have a good time educationally about it and learn some cool stuff. Like I said, a great group of people on Saturday night. We were able to make a lot of the whiskey dreams come true, so that was really great, and it was great class, great people. So it's always nice to meet really awesome people in this. Like I said, we've got some really great clients that come on a regular basis to our events and private stuff, and they're just awesome people. So that's been one of the great thing about this, to make some really great new friends that we can do some cool stuff with, get to hang out. And that's the great thing about community is, like, after every master class, people can bring their own stuff and share it, and make really good friends. And so we made some great new people, and a lot of people become great friends. And some are even now they're going to churches with them, or doing other outings. And it's awesome that you're seeing people get to meet these other cool people they wouldn't have got to meet for any other reason except for coming to the castle. So it's really cool to do that. One of the things we are discussing as well is doing we got some friends that are handgun licensed to carry handgun instructors, possibly doing some events to get your certification for license to carry as well up there, and then to do probably a Texas whiskey class along with it. Be something fun that we were thinking about people getting to do. So just batch 12 was bottled for 2020, the month before the Seawood word insane. Ah, yes. How lovely, right, Donner Pass? How lovely. What batch? I think it was like batch 15 or something like that we're at now, something like that. The cash trace. Or am I crazy? It's also definitely possible. I absolutely. As long now, of course, obviously, bear in mind, obviously, firearms first, whiskey second. They should never, ever, ever go any other order than that. That is very important for obvious reasons. But yes, it's always good, and there's nothing more Texan than firearms and whiskey for sure. So, but yeah, we figure it could be a good time. So yeah, I think that we'll probably do some stuff like that. We got, like I said, we got a lot of really cool things we're talking about. So there's going to be a lot more other just type events too that'll be good. Yeah, too much really close the game up. Yeah, because that's only one of my concerns at that point. Mind the fact that someone's drinking has a firearm. So if you do it at the same time, the alcohol won't be absorbed. Great, Jason. That's lovely. I'm sure that'll look great on their tests when they take their concealed carry test. That's gonna be a problem. I don't know. Uh, this one says hand on it is not good. That's not a good answer, but a pretty funny. But funny nonetheless. So it's all good. But hopefully, Jason, you get a chance to come back down there from Michigan at some point and see us again. I know you've been the one time, which was awesome. But obviously, always thrilled to have you. If you get a chance to come back down, that would be great. I don't know. I'm sure you're probably teaching at the academy again sometime in the near future. And of course, Jason Coates. Hopefully, you'll. It's like I said, could take a long layover at DFW to come see us at the castle as well. It'll be a good time. I have no doubt. So, you know, it'll be good. Plus, we need to arrange your samples, which will be good. So, I figure at that point it might be more fun to let you pick your own. So, since I know you've been kind and sent us some really great stuff over the years, which I greatly appreciate. Ah, private was academy in June, then someone in July. Okay, cool. So you're teaching. Oh, okay, private. You just teaching like a private, court tasting in June that you're coming down to do, or and someone that sounds like fun. Yeah, last fall I was so busy with work I didn't have time to do my CCW or O class. So last 8 years. Oh no. New instead. Oh, that sucks on our pass. I'm sorry. That's too bad. A private Psalm school just for Psalms? Huh. Fun, I'll make it happen. Oh yeah, absolutely, Jason Custer. Hey, Independent Joe. Good to see you guys haven't checked out Independent Joe yet. Go check him out as well. Private Psalm school just for Psalms. What are you teaching about? I'll text you about it later, Jason. What are you? I'm interested to see what you're teaching about. Ah, okay, that's why. That's cool. I will have to check that out. I don't know if I can. God, June is so freaking slammed already. I think I've got an event or a private thing, God, every week through June already, which is great. It's a great problem to have. Oh, that's cool. Blending and casting and commercial boxing. Am I assuming Stephen Corona is going to teach it, or are you actually going to get like John, like Saxon to come? Guess that's the real question. That's cool either way, but just wondering who's going to come teach it. I still think it's funny that last year at the opening we got Daniel. Now, obviously, no. Oh, Saxon sent a people. Very cool. Awesome. That's cool. Now, what I really want to know, and I think you want to know the same thing, is when are they going to get better whiskey again when they have access to the better casts? I know, unfortunately, they don't have all the casts, and this is not just their problem; this is everyone's problem. The older stuff's just not available anymore, unfortunately, because we might have drank it all because it was delicious. I mentioned that to the was it the 25th anniversary Flaming Heart? That looks awesome. So we shall see on that one. I did try that new, was it the Crimson Cask? I think it's one of the new ones we tried because somebody gave us a bottle of that the other day. The rest of theirs, they're like, "Oh, you just keep this one." I was like, "Okay, cool." So that was pretty good. There was another. I haven't tried the other new one yet though. That replaced the because you're smart, Jason. Yes, just keep buying old Compass Box auctions. That is the correct answer. Because God, I used to like because specs used to nobody, of course, was buying it. Nobody gave a crap about Compass Box, but I was able to go to a bunch of specs and just buy the old stuff on clearance because no one bought it. It was great. I mean, and I used to go to some other liquor store. It was funny. There's a liquor store in Colleyville called Halls, and I remember when I went in there. This is years ago at this point, and I cleared them out of their Compass Box because they were the original prices. Some of them were like $30, and they were just covered in black dust, and no one wanted them. Like, well, I took them all off their hands for obvious reasons. And it's funny. I came back, I don't know, a few months later. They're all back on the shelf with new versions of them, but they're all like at $80 or $90. I'm like, hilarious. I'm like, if I go back, I bet you it'd be funny. I probably should go back sometime soon. They probably are those ones that were $90, probably still sitting there, which would be really funny, and see if they've knocked them down. Oh, nice. It's $6 yours in Floor Flaming Heart. Wow. I've only ever seen one luxury whiskey, which my buddy got from, which I still have, thankfully, most of it. I think that's my favorite Compass Box of all time that I've ever tried. I heard the General's better. I've never tried the General, but I always hear that one's amazing. That's the one I've never had an opportunity to try. But my buddy got it for me. He was up in Kansas City on the Kansas side, and his buddy was up there. He's like, "Hey, there's these old Compass Boxes. Do you want these?" I'm like, I think it was like $200 for them. I'm like, yeah, buy all of them. So he bought all these cool. He got like a double single. He got me like 5 different things. They were all really good ones. I did get a hold of another Flaming Heart 15th anniversary, which, yeah, like you said, is awesome. Got a hold of another Spice Tree Extravaganza, the Delilah, and I got a hold of some of those, which is always great. Now, and thankfully, I do have a 3-year deluxe in the other room, which is phenomenal. The General is on my list of the one thing I've just never tried from Glassbox that I really, really desperately want to try. Picked up 4 in Kentucky at a bourbon shop. They didn't know they were collecting those. Oh, yeah. Dude, that's one of the best things in Kentucky is old Scotch. Yeah, I got buddies picked me some up out of Kentucky, too, for sure. I got tons of cool scotches out of Kentucky on clearance. I think Tobias Angel is legendary. It is. It's just also $500. It's really good. I just don't know that it's $500. I personally think that Vellicor is better than Tobias and the Angel, but that's obviously totally subjective. But personally, I'm a huge fan of Vellicor. Vellicor is probably my second favorite after This Is Not Luxury Whiskey. So, but yeah, that is a really, really good one. The Tobias and the Angel is just expensive. It's the same price as Vellicor. They're both $500. Hey, Spencer, man, good to see you there. Hopefully things are going well for you. Can only hope. Hope and any luck on the job front, my friend. Well, I know you're working your job at the Costco there, but hopefully you've gotten a job offer from somewhere else for a new job. Hopefully, in your case, certainly hope so. But yeah, I mean, there's always going to be deals, obviously, out there for Scotch that are just sitting there in some random old liquor store, which is my always my favorite things is to go to old liquor stores and no one cares and it's just the original price and just take it and just be so happy that and the store's glad to get rid of it and I'm happy to then own it. Yeah, I've been thankfully very lucky with a lot of that. Nah, nothing yet. So you hear about on next step for two opportunities. Next, okay, good. Hopefully that works out. Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, I do like that one. I do like the con. Yeah, that one's good. I do have one of those. Hey, speaking of that, have you? I haven't tried. I've had the old Peat Monster cast strength. Have you tried the new cast strength that came out like a year or so ago? Is that worth buying at 125, or is that a pass? That was what I wanted to ask about, but I haven't tried that one yet. The one series that disappointed me was that Quattro series. Nothing really. That wasn't bad, but nothing was I thought was amazing in that series. But yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with Talisker, Milton Tough, and like to the rest standard Peat Monster. Granted, you have the old brown label Peat Monster, and you got the cartoon one. It's better than the old cast iron. Someone brought one of the towers, so it's there if you change your spot. Crap, because I was there in March, but I guess you know what though, I probably got distracted with other things. You know how that goes in the vault, Jason. It's like I don't know. There were lots of things to drink, so I was drinking lots of things. To be honest, I think this trip, I don't think I hit any comes. I think now I know last March when I was there for the judging, we did hit Compass Box stuff. But I think this, I don't think I tried any Compass Box. Like I said, you get distracted. Okay, so I should probably get one of those then. Okay, next time I see one, I'll have to grab one then. Good to know that it's actually better. Okay, that's cool. I was looking up for pre Viking Highland Park. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the current one's nothing close. No, totally agree. Even Martin will tell you that. He said, I remember he'll never forget him sitting here in 2019 at my house, and Martin said, I know the Viking stores are really cool, but if you get the old Highland Park, it's just so much better. He goes, don't tell him I told you that, but because the damn accountants got involved, and Highland Park 18 had a decent amount of Highland Park 30 in it. He's like, so that's the reason the 18 is so good that's pre-Viking. Thankfully, I do have a couple backups of that, thank God. But that is a fabulous bottle. Man, especially if you can get a hold of one of the old pre-Viking 21s or 25s, good Lord. Like the old 25 was just stupid. Yeah, I'll never forget. Ron's Tavern had that for years. And you drink, it was not cheap pour, but it was worth every penny. It was like, I was like 80, 85. A pour was unbelievable. Ah, yeah. Jim Murray let it out of the bag. Thanks, asshole. Really appreciate that. It's always the worst when you have this great so you love, and now everyone loves it, and now you're screwed. It's kind of like Springbank, Redbreast, things like that. Hell, I'd even say Milton, Dare Gaelic. Although that one actually might partly be my own fault on that one. That I let, because like I said, we started having other. This is back in old school YouTube days. Well, there were only a handful of us doing this silliness, and now there are thousands that I don't know or don't have the time to watch anyway that do this silliness on a daily basis. But it is what it is. But yeah, thankfully I have a back of almost every single regular Highland Park there is. Thank God. Of just the standard ones, not the super duper editions or anything like that. Can't afford them, but they are really good. Oh yeah. Oh, that's what I got to call. That I did get a contact, like I said, from Bunahaven, Deanston, and Tobermory. So I know I got to get to that. Get out there and do that. Also, yes. Yeah, Donner Pass, that one really pisses me off. Old Pulteney. Dude, that old fucking 21 and 17, good God, man, those were good. Yeah, the old pre-Viking stuff, yeah, Jason Coates, totally. Yeah, I thankfully have a lot of them. Thank God. Yeah, I have at least one and two backers of every single one of them. So that's the good news. And we have clients come unless they request the old ones. Now, obviously, those are not on the $100 tier for obvious reasons. I can't replace them. In the marshal class, they can be available in the sergeant class, but which is our $200 tier. Otherwise, you get the regular stuff. Oh yeah, I've got 3 full volumes. I love full volume was the best freaking deal. It was like 17 years old, I think 17 or 18 years old, and you could get it for $80. It was awesome. Jank all years. That's not a bad way to get rid of them either, Donna Pass. They are great. I do love the full. I love the full volume. I love the Dark Origins. Oh, Dark Origins is so good. Yeah, HP definitely shines. Actually, the old 15 year. Oh, so good. Because I'll bring like some of those to like special tastings with friends, and they're like, "What the hell is?" And Dark Origins? Dark Origins it was like $70 back in the day. It was great. Yeah, I love Dark Origins. That's truly spectacular stuff. Yeah, my bottle's downstairs. Well, there's multiples of them around here, but that's neither here nor there. There's always bottles of things around here. Not that any of you were surprised by this. Never got on Torque Origins. I do love it. Have you ever had a Jason Coates, or you just was not just not your thing? Which is fine if it's not. And was a film I didn't even know about back in 20. Never had it. Oh, well, Ben, if you ever get a chance to come down here and visit, is one you definitely want to try. I personally love it. If you had it, okay, a few times, okay, that's cool. Yeah, I eat that one. I love Dark Origins. I mean, one I've gone back to and have had clients do a few times now is the old the dark and the light. Oh, dude, those are good. The Valkyrie are really good. Surprise. Yeah, Valkyrie's good. I like that. Man, I forgot about Valkyrie and Valknut. Those were good. Much older and much younger whiskeys than the 12-year was spicy was sweet. Yeah, they were good. Yeah, both those were good. I forgot about those. There's a third one in that series that I never saw though. For whatever, and I don't even know what it was called because I never ever saw it in Texas. Like Valknut and Valkyrie sat around forever. And in fact, you can still find them now. And they were cheap. They were like $50. Yeah, they were not expensive. They were really freaking good though. I forgot about this. In fact, I've got one sitting, I know, downstairs in my kitchen. What's funny is that bottle has sat there since 2018 and never moved. There was an 18-year next to it, but somebody drank it, and I don't know who, which just not please me. Said, didn't try Valkyrie, but I had Valknut, which I really loved. My brother had Valkfather. We really enjoyed both. Was the third one the Valkfather? Dude, because I even asked the Highland Park rep, and he's like, "Oh, it came out and was gone." I was like, "Dude, it never came to Texas. I never saw a bottle, and there's no way in hell I never saw it because anytime a Highland Park thing showed up, they freaking called me. So I know that shit never showed up here. If it, or at least not in North Texas, if it came somewhere, it's just gone. Yeah, if anybody has a Valkfather, just so I can get a sample of it sometime, would be awesome. Would love to give that one a whirl. So always, oh yeah, the 1815 blended 50-50 independent Orkney 1517 Ketchick bourbon has the bomb. Ultra is still shine, even diluted, but high ABV so good. Yeah, agreed on a pass. Yeah, HP is one of my favorite freaking distiller. Yeah, apparently, okay, and if us in this chat never saw it, I think that says a lot. And if anybody was looking for it, it would be all of us. Okay. Walnut, September, we're going the best way. Wow. Sorry to hear about that. But yeah, I would love to try the Valkfather. That's maybe it's available somewhere. I don't know. I've never seen one. But Just like I like the Fire and Ice. Those are both really good too. But I think Dark and Light were better. Now, Dark and Light were cast strength, where I think Fire and Ice were only like an 86. Both good, but Light and Dark are better whiskeys. And they're both really badass cool bottles. But it is what it is. So, oh well. What else we got here? Anything else fun? No, I don't want to touch those. Those are too good and too rare. Yeah, what is this? Calvados finish. Why not? Says another story that has a crap core range but wonderful spirit. Oh, dude, there's some spectacular. You get some of those other Bemores. We had a really old one from let's say late '90s, early 2000s that Chris brought. Oh, dude, it was so good. Yeah, I've got some old Bemores I've never even opened that are. I'm saving for a special time. You know, I'll probably open them when Donald Rance comes down because I know it's his grandmother's favorite whiskey. When he comes down, I'll probably open it. I've got an old 17 year that I know his grandma says is spectacular. So when he comes, I'll open it up. But until then, it's going to stay sealed in the cabinet. But the best thing about that bottle is, I was at a store called Holiday Depot here. This is probably like 2017. Rooting around on the floor because I'm like, "Where's all your single malt scotch?" Like, it's behind the counter. Nobody buys that shit. You can go back. Like, if you want single malt scotch, go back there and hunt around, look for whatever you want. I'm like, okay. So I found some cool bottles, and I'm like, I found an old 17 year. I was like, that which hadn't been made since 2007. I'm like, what do you want for this? So, like, bottles, got the um, price tag still on there, $71.99. They're like, that's the price. I'm like, done. I will take $71.99 every day for that. So, what other sort let's see. All the more stores are like that. Yeah, but more, down more, are more. Yeah, that's true, Jason Coates. That's true. So with all going with the travel, highly unlikely, Ben. But if she came, that would be even more cool. More trouble makes you angry. It feels so mid, whereas the 15 Dark was amazing and the estate bottles and independent and legend. Yeah, I get it, Jason, I get it. Yeah, the Darkest is really, really good. It's great stuff. The 18 is really good because in fact I never had to the day. I had a client open it 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago we opened the 18 for the first time. Great. Now my favorite that I have is the Doris Moore 10 year. Oh my gosh, that thing is just ridiculous. It's all the tropical fruits you want out of a old Middleton, with scotch. It's so good. And peated. And it's like, this is glorious. Yeah, the 15 Darkest is really good. I love the 15 Darkest. That's a great bottle. Yeah, the More is really, really good shit. And like I said, as long as the 12 is fine. It's just it's drinkable, but it's nothing that's gonna blow your. The sad thing is, if that's all you ever have with the 12 notches, you think Bemore is, that sucks. Or you had the small batch, that sucks because you're missing one of the greatest distillers in Isla that nobody ever talks about, and it's so freaking good. Probably soon. I probably should have gone a while ago, but we get excited about things and shit happens. Oh, vault editions. Oh, yes. Yeah, their balls. Yeah, it's true. But should be a gem, not the butter. Oh, totally agree, Jason Coates. If they would just make the 12 the small batch just a hair better, they'd be fine. But for whatever reason, they just don't want to do it better, or just bump the damn ABV up by 3 points. There's your other solution. But whatever. I don't know why. Speaking of Grand Cru, I do have a Grand Cru um, uh, Glenfiddich, I've never opened that. At some point, oh, dude, the Austin Martin. Oh, those are so good. Those, oh, I have had some. I know Pete got some of those. Oh, those were good. So good. Plus the bottle's beautiful. The box and those are awesome. Mm. Speaking of new ones, I was thinking, has anybody tried the new Johnny Walker Black Ruby yet at all? That's the one I really want to try, but I haven't seen it yet. Is that new Johnny Walker Ruby? It looks good, but I haven't tried it. I haven't anybody's tried it yet. Yeah, take the saffron out, do a 12 catch and no E150. Yeah, I agree, Jason, because that's the better way. Yeah, that's hmm. I like that plan. That would be sweet. Yeah, because cast strength memory is fucking spectacular. Like you really can't get it's. I mean, it is freaking awesome shit. Or at least, like you said, you can throw some. Give us something once a year. Do a thing like Ardbeg and Lefroy do. Do whatever you want to call your special edition. Give us something badass at cast strength. Yeah, exactly. Do something. Why are there not magical bottles available, even if it's just like I said, once a year, available from Memoir? It's stupid. Everybody else does it. I don't. I mean, I don't want to. Even Coila does it every now and then. That puts out phenomenal cast strength stuff. Like, and the crazy that Coila is, unpeated Coila is magic. Like, if you ever get a chance to try unpeated cast strength Coila, that's one of the best foods I've ever had. That shit is just on fire, stellar, great stuff. 2 3 grams were only stored. That works. Oh yeah. I don't and like I think the last time they put out an unpeated Coila was like 2017. It's been a long time. There you go. Oh, did they put an unpeated out this year, Jason Coates? I have not seen that if that's the case. Yeah, last time I saw one here was like 2018. It's unpeated and all the cash right. Any bottles of Quilo, like when you get that oily machine smoke flavor, it's like you're working on gas. Oh, dude, it's so good. I know I got a hold of a Barry Brothers and Rudd 11-year Coila. It's from a few years ago at this point. It's like 55%. Oh, dude, so good. Oh, you guys are in UK. Yeah, 11-year-old. Oh, dude, I'll have to look for that. 2024 edition. Okay, I'll have to look for that. That sounds awesome. I love Coila so much. Oh, they're catching this. But even standard 12 is just good whiskey. 43%. It's just good. And it's the workhorse. And it's delicious. Yeah, I assume no takers on the Johnny Walker Black Ruby Cask just to see if anybody had a chance to try it. So I really want to try that one. I am definitely a nerdy Johnny Walker fan, so as long as it's not that horrific White Walker crap. Garbage. Just fucking utter garbage. They're never allowed to make shit like that again. I still think it's funny. I walk in liquor stores and I'm like, you have White Walker and it's $50. You're never, ever, ever selling that. Ever. Because they'll finally they out of here. They didn't mark it down here. I think they marked it down to like $11. They just wanted it gone. Yeah, I keep seeing ads for it, but I haven't seen it on the shelf. I need to ask Andy to see if he can just get me a bottle. I would love to have Johnny Walker come out to the castle, to be really honest. I mean, Johnny Walker just makes good shit. So, then I've been lucky to try a bunch of their special editions, and they're freaking awesome. Nobody I haven't tried. I've never had a chance to try like the 21 or the 25. Now, granted, they make some stupid, crazy, expensive shit that I'm sure. I mean, they're like $40,000 and up. Obviously, I don't expect to ever try those. Won't say no, but don't expect that by any means. But I've tried some really cool stuff, like the Ghosts and Rares are really good. So, Never had an unpeated Kahlua. Is there a breath of peat from the equipment that? No, dude, it's completely unpeated. Donner Pass. I don't know if they cleaned it out prior or what, but it is spectacular. Like you don't even know it's Coela beyond like the oiliness of it, and it is just. Go check out my review of it, the 18. It's stupid. It's a bit of peat. I mean, and maybe you're right, Jason. All I know is what it's probably one of the best I've ever had. I remember the first time trying that, I was just like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, yeah, it's one of those that is just stupid. But yeah, if you ever a chance can find one, buy it on the spot. It's amazing. And it wasn't that expensive either. I want to say, I think it was $95. It was not expensive. I have had only because of Andy, the chance to try unpeated Ardbeg or lowest. It's like I think it's almost it's 8. I think it's 8 ppm, which is very very low, obviously for Ardbeg. I did get a chance to try it. It's really good. It's really weird because it's Ardbeg, but it's least peated Ardbeg is really the best way to describe it. But it's really good. Mm. Yeah, that sounds exactly right, Bendy Hunter. If that's what you had, that's exactly how I would describe it. Often they do an unpeated run after a maintenance cycle when the equipment is clean. Yeah, it makes total sense, Underpass. Yeah, that's when I figured they did it. Yeah, which makes total sense. It's so good though. All right, it is 12:15, so I do here in Texas, so I do have to go because I do have to sleep and all that fun stuff, and I do have to work tomorrow and be functional. Not that I haven't stayed up with you guys way later than I have, but like I said, I also have to take kids, wife, I take everyone to work and school. So it's not going to be my regular morning routine tomorrow by any means, or this whole week. So got to make sure I get to that. And we will go from there. So, everyone, I will see you guys next week. Hopefully at an earlier time as the regular 9:30. Don't know what the topic will be. We'll figure it out. What's next week? 20th of April. Yeah. So we'll go from there. All right, everybody. Thanks for being here tonight. I will see you guys next week. Cheers.